This is Matthew with Garagistic, here to talk about another one of our products, make it a little bit easier for you guys to make choices, decisions, answer some questions that we always get, something to just kind of educate people a little bit about what we do make, what we can make, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and everything in between. So we're going to start with the brake booster kit. This is specific to the E30. This is our version 2, so we thought we'd talk about it because we did some recent updates, working with some people to make it a little bit easier to install, a little bit easier to live with, a couple things about, people wanting bias adjusters and other things like that. So basically, the reason you would want to delete the brake booster in your E30 is because you have to. Guys who do LS swaps, V8 swaps, M60 swaps, certain intake manifolds on your S54 swap, a couple other items. Some people like it with the shaved engine bays, but it makes it in a way where it's not undrivable for the car. Basically, what you do is this brake booster hooks up to a Wilwood pedal assembly that fits underneath the dash. These all bolt up so that way the modifications is fully reversible. Now this is only compatible on non-airbag cars. It won't fit on airbag cars because of the sheer size of the airbag column. It's a bigger diameter, and you don't really have a lot of room underneath this thing because, well, there's gonna be a lot of underneath your dash. So here's the Wilwood brake setup that would actually hook onto the pedals. And basically all of this stuff would be underneath the dash of your E30. Obviously, you could struggle with it and mess with it for hours by not taking out your dash, but you should just remove the dash. Make it a little bit easier to get underneath there. Because you're gonna have to plumb some of this brake lines anyway, but we'll get to that. So basically this pedal assembly goes underneath your dash, and you have a master cylinder for your front brakes, master cylinder for your rear brakes, and your clutch setup. So they're all separated systems, which is pretty handy. Your brake setup then goes on like this. So it goes on like that. One side underneath, one side over on the top. And again, that was one of those feedbacks we had gotten from customers to make it a little bit easier. Again, for the version 2 though, people wanted brake bias adjustments. So we ended up making it so that there's a lot of room so that way you can adjust front to rear bias depending on brake pad compound and other things. So basically when you come to hook up your bias adjuster, you would just hook it through here and it would basically have room to move as you press the clutch pedal. And a couple other things that people have brought concerns to is your stock brake switch so that your lights still work. So all you got to do, we include a bracket. You drill a hole into your Wilwood setup right there, and basically you can use the stock switch so when you press the brake, everything works with your lights. Some people are concerned they can't bend brake hoses or lines and stuff like that, and that's understandable. So what we did is we have a plumbing kit that's included. You can click here to go see that, and here for the actual brake pedal assembly, which I should have talked about in the beginning. Now, these basically is where the new lines would go. So our plumbing kit would basically come out of here and go into your existing brake lines. So you don't have to bend anything, and it's fully reversible. So that's definitely a big plus about all of this. Part of the plumbing kit also would have the reservoirs. That's where these would go, and they would go all the way up back into your engine bay. Some race car guys like it inside the cabin. It's up to you and your racing sanctions rules. We do include the reservoirs for these things from Wilwood, but some people, for a little bit sleeker of a setup, can also use the tilton setup, and that looks like this. So pretty slick, also compatible with our boosterless brake setup, so that's pretty awesome. And that's pretty much everything you need to do a boosterless brake conversion on your E30. Be sure to check it out, leave us comments, see how we did, if we missed any information, anything like that, and be sure to check it out on the website.